Welcome. Been a couple days, but I am back. I'm just setting up my. Woo, we are live, officially live on Instagram and YouTube. All right, so put your questions and your in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Today we are going to be continually inking the CROM the Bodyguard. CROM. Ugh, it's gonna be so hard to not think about this guy when I'm drawing this guy. Conan the Bodyguard. This is based on a 2002 pencil pinup I did, 11 by 17. I think I did it as a commission. It might have been just something I had done, and then threw it up on eBay and sold it. So it'd be cool to track down the person who actually owns this. Yeah, that would just be really neat. But if you don't know who I am already, I'm CROM the Barbarian. I'm the guy who just released this 140-page black and white sword and sorcery magazine size goodness. Oh, wow. We had a campaign where I wanted to sell 100 copies without Kickstarter, and we sold 70, which is phenomenal. I also worked with 5 guest artists: David Molina, Drawn Sword, Ken Landgraf, Adam Dodds, and Jason Schoonover. I'm going to be talking more about these guys later. Copies of their covers are heading to them, so give them 2 weeks from when this is being recorded, which is the 6th of September 2024. But we are going to get this inking done. I don't know if it's going to get done on this live stream, but I am definitely going to be making a huge push. Probably going to spend about an hour plus on it. But here's the thing. What I did was, my last episode is I used some liquid masking, brush, fluid, and then this is a pen. And so this all got on there. And then, and that's to block out anything getting into the white areas. Those are the areas that I want to keep as bright white as possible towards the end. Now I got to get rid of this. So I did throw a graphite wash. So I would suggest you finding those that video and seeing that whole thing take place. I'll be doing this more and more often. This is the way I work, so do not fear. But today, right here and now, I am going to be getting rid of the liquid masking. It's going to bring back these white areas, and then I'm going to start hitting it with ink pens and other black, white, and gray valuing thing. This is just a magic rub, if you will. It's not really an eraser. Let me actually get the official name of it real quick. It is, I get them from Amazon. I actually just replenish my stock. And, okay, so they're calling them, rubber cement erasers. So it's easy to get rubber cement off, and obviously the liquid masking. So all I do is literally very gently. Now, one of the secrets too is once you get this liquid masking dry, you really should let it dry for a couple hours. Then if you're going to do any kind of wash on it, that's great. Then with that wash, you really should give it more than 24 hours to dry. So this has actually had about 3 days of drying, so I'm pretty good about it. The only reason I bring this up is that if anything is still a little damp in the paper, then it's going to come up with this. So you'll end up getting a rip. But as you see, it's really kind of easy, right? and it's just bringing back the white starkness that I want, the mood. You know, since I'm not working in color, I really want to see this get some good values, some gray values. So there's a bit of surprise that comes with this technique. You can make it as precise as you want, but I really work chunky. In other words, as a painter, trained as a painter, you know, I work in shapes. So, you know, I did some black outlining. Now I've got the white shapes, you know, masked, and I'm uncovering, got some gray. And then really what happens next is I start finding where those spotting blacks are going to be. So. Oh, so that's all right. That just adds to the feeling, the texture of the work. Happens a lot with me. I'm pretty rough on my art, so, and that's fine because I like the beaten up look. So I'm not afraid to give my my artwork a bit of a beating. But you can see already the kind of magic that comes along with, you know, this is our burning village over here, if you remember. I got some cliffs because they're on a cliff. This is some rock ledge. That's probably going to be one of the bigger areas that's going to get spotted black. And also at this point, I mean, I've already had an idea of where the light source is, but it will really become apparent in the next stage. You know, comic books have a tendency, as well as fantasy art, to sort of invent their own light source. So there you go. I have removed, just do another, just to make sure. I removed the liquid mask. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right. Here we go. Rubber cement eraser. You can get these pretty cheap. I got a pack of 6 for $6, I think, or even less, maybe. Yeah, well, I think it was a pack of 6 for $6. So if you need something, you know, these, and I got them on Amazon. So I am going to jump to my scanner because I'd like to get a scan of this before I move into the next step. So just hold tight. Get the scanner on. Can't be running the scanner. And then you can kind of check this out, which is my original pencils. Oh boy. Looks like the scanner's not going to connect because it's streaming to both Instagram and YouTube. Come on, you can make it. You can make the connection. Make the connection. Let's go. But in the meantime, if you are at all interested in getting a copy of CROM Collected, I'm going to head over to CROMTheBarbarian.com, and these are still available. My covers are still available. Try one more time. 140 pages, black and white, magazine size, in the spirit of the Savage Sword of Conan. So just put these here while I fight with my cancel. Try one more time. Might not happen. It happened last time. Oh, there you go. That happened. All right, just give me a second. Six. Six. And then into the live stream folder. There we go. And we're going to do 300 by 17. All right. Well, here we go. We're scanning. And all is going to be good. So, as I said, I did have others join me. Oh, yeah. I also work on Turbo Pit Fighter with Jake Jacobs. So, that's a whole nother bag of fun. But I worked on with guest artist Jason Schoonover, Adam Dons, Ken Landgraf, Drawn Sword, and David Molina. And pretty much all these guys are going to be in Anthology #1, as well as new people. New people, because I am so excited about this. The Brutal Blade of CROM. I just got my copy, and Jamie Barrow, who is the ringleader, kind of got this whole comic together. 5, 6 other individuals. Alex Turbin. So this is super exciting. I'm going to get them on the CROM update one at a time, just to talk about their vision for CROM, which is really super exciting. I know they're still working on some more stuff. And then a personal favorite of mine, Jim Gullett. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. I'll be getting together with Jim, hopefully really soon, and talking about his CROM, the Barbarian, which was with Lucky Comics. And this is going back, boy, oh boy, 2018, 19, 20. So this is 3 short stories each. Yeah, 4, 5, and 6. So these are print on demand from Amazon. So that is pretty freaking cool. So I'll put a link down below. And yeah, I'm excited because, I do not claim any ownership or any control over CROM the Barbarian. I just want to play with others in the sandbox. So, all right, with that being said, let's head back to inking time now. All right, let's go. All right, there we are. We're back. Now, as I said, I'm going to do some spotting blacks. Try to do one of my work here. Some big paint markers. Just had a feeling. Just recently organized. So let's see if these work. Wow, this one sounds pretty empty. I doubt it. Let me grab a sheet of paper. I want to do something pretty rough with the, oh boy, I don't think this is, let's see what we can get out of that. Oh, this is even better. All right, I'm going to stick with this one. All right, now just shake this up a little bit more. All right, now you got excellent. All right, here we go. Now I'm just going to do some brushy stuff over here for these rocks. I just want to. There you go. I like that. All right. You know what? All right, for the burning. Actually, let me just see. This is my burning city. This is the dark cloud there. This is getting good. So a lot of the way I work is feeling. So I consciously try to not work commercially. And what I mean by commercially is like set it all up and then get it done out of the studio, paycheck in hand. I want something a little more felt through on. So I'm willing to take a lot of chances. And this big, bold marker is helping me just sort of make some real specific chances, which, you know, I can correct when I get to, you know, just different stages of my own process. But thinking wise, you know, I just want to get things out there and not be too scared. And working live, you know, people sort of have this expectation like, oh man, he's going to be working live. He's going to show off all, you know, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just getting live to get my voice out there. But I can tell you right now, this paint marker is probably about 16 years old. So pretty darn good, good company. Mystery Eye Studio, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments. I don't even know if these are still around. Zig Poster Man. I think I got these at Michael's because I was working at Trader Joe's as an in-store sign artist, if you can believe that. But it's coming to the end. It just got itself into CROM the Barbarian, Conan the Barbarian picture. All right, now we've got to get back to some brushes. Oh, and I also just got some high-tech C's. I work with a 5 and a 0.5 and a 0.25, and I wanted to see if I could get, and you can, so it wasn't that difficult. But these are 0.3s, so this is going to be for some really decent doodling. So I'll be busting these out either later today or at a different time. All right. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing this is I really want to inspire people to just get your pens and paper out, and your favorite. Ooh, this one's drying out. Your favorite character, and get some things going on. Just throw some things down. So still in the getting the blacks out there, spotting them, just filling in maybe where because I do have. Ooh, if I kind of drop off in my speech, it's only because I've caught a thought and I need to carry that thought. So much as I'd like to keep entertaining with my wonderful voice, art will always take priority. So this is I don't know, the entire process of making art's fun, but it's just throwing things down, seeing what happens. I enjoy immensely. And one of the challenges too I've been giving myself is to really work on the darkness of my shadows, or the anchoring of my shadows. So I'm always looking to Wally Wood, and how you create that secondary light source by inking something in the middle of a shape, So it's one of the things I'm very conscious of right now. So I'm about ready to go to another tool, a favorite of mine. All my tools are favorites. If they weren't favorites, I wouldn't use them. Cool. So we can see, yeah, come across some spaces where there's still some residue. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. A lot of those darks. Not bad. Oh, this is part 2. It's not supposed to be part 2. Let me change this real quick, see if it'll work. 3. Go. Go. All right. Oops. There we go. Checking on the good. All right, here comes a big favorite of mine. Secret weapon. And comes in 2 forms. This is Prismacolor black pencil. But they used to do these art sticks, which is just absolutely sad that you can no longer get these art sticks because you can do stuff like this. It's just such a pleasing tool. Luckily, I still have some. But one of the reasons I love using Prismacolor pencils is the still erase. You can still erase. Now, it won't be 100% white, but enough to really get back to some lighter colors. But and then just do this real quick. Because I had made a statement that I really want this to be a dark Frazetta sky. I'm just going to keep putting in. Throw some heavier shadows on her. But now, like for something solid black, these really help with start working away from solid black. So now I'm like in a 80% black. And I still have control though, if I've gone too far and I want to get back to, there's a lot of like really neat effects when it gets down to it. But you can already see that there's a light source that's kind of like right here that I'm dealing with. So it's coming along nicely. All right. And you can see just with this one, you know, if I wanted to get some like rocks in the, you know, like this kind of stuff, just work it like a pencil. This is still feeling a little. Kind of kept this back here because I was thinking of, let me get this darker too. That light source is behind him as well. I might even pick this up to be a little bit more lighter going through here. But right now, I'm digging. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, scratch board. What a great here. This is one of my scratch board pieces. This is, oh my, what's the panel I use is, let me double check. I know it's clay board, but I think they call it something else. Let me double check. Scratch board. Yeah, they call it scratch board without the A. And it is ampersand scratch board. Great stuff. Really great stuff. And fun too. One of the things I use is an upholstery needle. Mystery Eye. You can get them at Michael's, anywhere that does anything with cars or fabric. But I wrap tape around it. They're not near me right now. They're away. But I wrap like electrical tape for like a handle on it, and you get this really solid scratching line there. But there's also little tools you can get. I'll probably even come back to doing some more of this scratch board because it's such a cool feeling when it goes into, when you're in a world like Sword and Sorcery. And then one of the other things throw down is 70 is a variety of gray pencils. The Prismacolor cool grays, but like you can see here, it might be a little difficult to see, but I can start creating another like darkness, but it's not like 100%. But I love drawing. I love line. I think it's one of the reasons I don't spend that much time painting anymore, though I will incorporate some gouache, excuse me, here and there. But I'll even show you, watch this. So you can erase it. All right. Erase. No problem. Love it. Let me get some back in here again. Yeah. So this is coming out pretty nice. Oh yeah, let me get a lighter gray. This gray was 70% cool, and this is 50. So I'll probably use this one to start. This is the burned out, city. . Now, because, let me just take a little moment once again, because I print on black and white. So this is a black and white painting, or drawing, or art. This is what ultimately will happen with all of these different instruments making black and white marks. So it might look weird to people when they see these different colors even going on in there. But what I'm working towards is to get something that reflects this. So it's all about making values with different tools, everything from inking, pencils, spray paint. I'll be using a lot of different things to get me there. So don't nobody worry. We're doing exactly what we're supposed to be. And right now, I'm literally just filling in. I'm just seeing things and saying, well, what about this? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I did this? What if I did that? And I just take a chance. Oh, here, I'll show you another little thing. So like when you have the black and the gray down in the color pencil, you get a white color pencil and go right over the top of it. And you'll get this really cool, like I love that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing a lot of that. And, same thing. I can start racing in areas. But I already know, like, there's going to be white gouache going into, her pale skin, probably a grayer gouache going over this just to give him, that sunburn feel that Conan always has. So yeah, there's a lot to be done here. And look at that. Pretty wild. Oh man, this is coming along real nicely. Oh boy. Like I said, keep looking for these areas of black that I want to knock down. There's no fear because you can always bring back the light. Bring back the light. I really like what's going on over here. And that's that gray wash, that's the masking, that's that paint marker. I got some of that color pencil. So it's really coming around nicely. In fact, let's just try taking some of this back a bit. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. Like that a lot. Matter of fact, yeah, no, that works. That works. Whew. All right. Well, I am going to pack it up wanted to just jump on. The biggest thing I wanted to show was the liquid mask. So this was the rubber cement eraser. Winsor & Newton is the liquid masking that I use with a brush. And there was a secret little ingredient, which is dish soap. So just some dish soap on the brush and then dip it in there so you don't end up caking it. And then found these a few years ago, which are same fluid mask, but in a kind of a paintbrush thing, so you can kind of draw them in. So that all got on there, did the gray wash, knocked it off with the rubber cement eraser, and now I am just getting it muckier. So when I come back, there's definitely going to be a lot more work on here, because I'm going to be getting back to my regular schedule of working in the morning before the break of dawn. This is going to be on the drawing table for the mornings, and then yeah, I'll be popping back on here and there for live streaming, which I think tomorrow, the 7th, which is a Saturday, I'm gonna probably hit around 3 o'clock ish, maybe is what I'm thinking. So, but if you have any questions you'd like to throw in, please go ahead. I will wind this down, and then even if you're watching this afterwards, so after the recording, you're more than happy to put in comments, and I will be more than happy to respond to them. So thank you, everybody. But going out, this is what I want to say. You can get a hold of me and more of CROM and Barbarian Sword and Sorcery over at CROMthebarbarian.com right now. I just finished up 31-day sales campaign, which was can CROM sell 100 copies, and we ended up selling 70. So it was pretty amazing. So many people showed up for the support and helping me build this community. Going out, I just want to say this. There were 5 other guest artists that contributed their version of CROM, which we used as Virgin Variants covers. Those are no longer available on CROMthebarbarian.com. You have to go directly to the artist now. I am now in the middle of getting these copies out to the artist as a form of their compensation, and you can get copies from them by finding them. David Molina, Ken Landgraf, Adam Dodds, Drawn Sword, Jason Schoonover. And the last thing I want to say is I am working on, so exciting, CROM Anthology #1. So things are happening right now. I'm working, trying to get some permission, maybe even licensing for some older material to get reprinted in there. I'm going to be doing inking variants, and I'm also working with Jason Schoonover, and I are working on what's right now being called Kromdahar. It's a 6-pager. He'll be doing the layouts, pencil-wise. I'll be supplying the inks. So that's going to be super awesome. Just got an email from Drawn Sword, who is, oh my gosh, he's days away from getting from the printer his Scoundrel's Dread, which I will be gooshing over once I have copies of that. He's also willing to contribute some more of his pencil pinups. So we're negotiating that. Adam Dodds, I'm hoping we're going to get him to do some inking for thing, because I just can't stop meditating on his inking style. So I have sent out an email to him, and we're going to see if he can make some contributions. Ken Landgraf, talk to him. He is busy right now, but I'll be going back around to him in probably about a month to see what his schedule's like. But I'm hoping to get 4 CROM the Barbarian pages from Mr. Ken Landgraf, but we'll see how that goes. Then David Molina, David and I are working on an 8-page CROM adjacent story, which is like in the CROM world, called The Last Dryad. Super excited about that story. He's putting in the pencils and layouts. I'll be putting the inks on that. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other things. It's going to be 200 pages, black and white, magazine size, very much like CROM Collected. CROM Collected is like the player's hand guide to come and play, because that's what I want. I want people to collaborate with. So if you're interested in working on something CROM and doing submissions or totally up for hearing about it and talking about it. So super excited. Once again, want to thank everybody for supporting the release of CROM Collected. And you can always hit CROM the Barbarian. If you're not in the position to purchase a comic book right now, that is totally cool. Completely understand it. But you can get on the mailing list. So get on the mailing list and make sure that you're getting updates, because I will be updating about every 10 days is the schedule that I'm putting myself on. So something will be coming up, as well as once a week on CROM Updates, which is the B Vlog, which is a blog and a vlog post that is on cromthebarbarian.com. You'll be able to find out more of how things are progressing. And on the front page of CROM the Barbarian in a couple days, I will be making the CROM Anthology #1 announcement and the updates. So there'll be constant updates made to that page as I go to form and collect 200 pages. So with that being said, thank you so very much for joining me. If you're on Instagram or YouTube and you've just come across and you like what you see and you want to see more of it, you know what to do by now, which is just follow, subscribe, like, yada, yada. But let me double check my platforms here. YouTube looks good. And so does Instagram. All right. Well, I am going to say so long till next time. And thank you so much for joining me, stopping by if you're doing it after the live stream. All right. CROM, everybody.